Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a brand new release from the brand Oris. Now, as we all know, early part of the year, last year now, I think they released their Kermit model, and I reviewed that watch and it was a bit of a success for them, really. It wasn't a limited edition per se, it was more a special edition. Now, what that means is production run might not quite be as long as a standard ongoing model, and so after a certain amount of time it will simply stop. And there was a lot of people who loved that watch. It went down really well, but some were asking, will there be a Miss Piggy watch? And basically this is it. It is only just been released today, so specs are very hard to find for this watch. But before I get too far into this review, I've got to say a massive thank you to the team over at First Class Watches of Kenilworth for allowing me to review this piece. They have got so many kind of interesting, funky models you don't always see in other shops. And to be fair, they're nice people to boot. So if you're in the Kenilworth area, I'd strongly recommend popping into their shop. If you're a bit further afield, don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description below and at the bottom of the page now to their website. All I ask is that you do mention the channel if you contact them. So anyway, what have we got here? Let's talk sizes first. We are talking a case size of 33.5mm. The thickness of the watch, I'm measuring it at 11.5mm. The lug to lug is... I've got to try and remember now. It was 41mm. Sorry, yeah, that was it. And the strap size is 17mm. Well, the watch itself, the dial, they have gone full pink on this model. As you can tell, it is a very pink flat dial. I'm surprised it's flat and they didn't go for any actual sunburst effect or anything like that on there. But it is definitely a strike, it's got that real striking look to it. Even the applied hour markers from 1 till 11 are, have been applied and they are pink. So it's definitely a very much a pink watch on here. The little bit of kind of oomph to raise it up a little bit on the dial is for use, I believe, I presume it's a real diamond up there, but it does look really nice at 12 o'clock. Gives it that little bit of, oomph to elevate it a little bit on there. The actual hands, they have a brush center section, and then the bevels are all polished on the side. There is no lume on this watch, as it isn't a diver's watch and it isn't really meant for that kind of thing anyway. But overall, it's very simple, very nicely executed dial, really. We just have the Oris ProPilot X down there and the Made in Switzerland down the bottom. So nice and simple. As we come past that, we agree to this lovely domed sapphire crystal with a little bit of AR on there, I believe so. And it is really nicely done. It looks really nice on there, the domed section. Now, as we come past, we have their turned kind of fixed bezel. You see this on a few models and it does look quite good, so we've got that fixed on there. It doesn't rotate in any way, shape or form, and as you can see, we are greeted to a polished side there. The side, they've done it really well because they've polished it really nicely, and then you have this graining lengthways down the lugs there, but it's just done so ever so nice, so there's no sharp edges at all. They've just radiused them, just took the edge off, and it really is nice for it. It feels very kind of good in the hand. Then we're greeted with this very angular shape again going on here with the crown guards and their big signed crown. It is actually a screw down crown. You do get 100 meters of water resistance with this watch, so it pops out nicely there and goes back in first time. So overall, the actual case design, I like it because it's very much a smaller kind of ladies' watch, dare I say, but it has these kind of angular features which kind of normally would contradict that kind of design of watch. Now, coming round the back is the party piece. Let me just unclip this. We have a display case. Well, we have a small tiny window, and that is where you get to see Miss Piggy herself in certain positions. So the rotor spins round, it's just got one picture of Miss Piggy, and every so often, if you get it just right, you can actually see her through there, which is kind of quite nice. I'm surprised they didn't go with the date wheel. like they did with the original Kermit one. So on the 1st of every month, you'd always get to see Kermit at the bottom. I personally think that might have been a little bit nicer to have seen it on the front of a dial. But yeah, each to their own. That's what they've gone for with this watch. I did put this on the time grapher and that was doing a sterling job. It was coming in at +2 seconds. As for the movement, being this watch hasn't been released yet, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing it's going to be an SW200 in there. Let's have a feel, actually. Normally you can... Is it? Yeah. It feels like it could be an S200, not a 300. So that means it's going to have 26 joules, around about 41 hours of power reserve. It's a solid, dependable movement. All I would say is don't constantly overwind it. Just wind it 5 or 6 times and then let your wrist do the rest of the work. So anyway, as we come past that, we have got this kind of funky bracelet going on, which again keeps this kind of angular theme. We do have, obviously you can see a plastic still on here. As you can see, we've got polished outer sections, brushed inner sections there. It is nice. It is all, you do have screws in here, not pin and collar, I believe. So it is quite nice to have done that. And the clasp is their typical Pro Pilot range where you have like this buckle like you get in an airplane. So as you can see there, it goes on, snaps in, really nicely done. And again, with this angular pattern theme going on. If I release it, I'll see if I can put it on my wrist so you get an idea of the actual sizes of the watch. My wrist size is 7¼ inches. That equates to, I think it's 18.5 centimeters. Quick wrist check. I'm wearing the Timeless HMS 003, I believe it is, which is just, wow, something very, very different. And Bob has got the Unimatic. So, yeah, it does look quite good on Bob, to be fair, that one. So let's put this on, see if it actually fits first. Okay, so I can just put this on my wrist. So as you can see, that is all the links you get. So you are covered only up to a 7¼ inch wrist with that one. And there you go. That's it on my wrist. You know, it's... I don't know if it will sell as well as the Kermit did. The Kermit was a real exceptional model, and I'm surprised they didn't just go for a slightly larger case design. I think they could have possibly gone with, say 36 mil, and still gone with a Kermit with Miss Piggy at the bottom. I think that would have a broader appeal than going so small with this one. So, you know, it's definitely more, I would say, aimed at well, it's up to you really. I'd say more aimed at a female wrist, but if it was larger, then it would possibly have a broader kind of scope for people who'd possibly buy this one. I got no problems with a pink watch, but it'd have to be a little bit bigger. So anyway, guys, all the best, and most importantly, you stay safe up there. Take care. Bye.